demand the release of Nnamdi Kanu, Massob tells Igbo leaders. Ahead of the planned visit of President Muhammadu Buhari to Imo State today, the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, Massob, has urged Igbo leaders of all shapes to demand from the president the release of detained leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Massob reminded Igbo leaders that Kanu is allegedly being subjected to inhuman torture for the sake of the Igbo. According to Massob, Kanu represents the aspiration of Igbo. The group charged Igbo leaders to use the visit of President Muhammadu Buhari to revive the lost confidence and hope of Igbo bestowed on them by telling Buhari truth to his face that Igbo are not being treated as co-citizens. In a statement by its National Director of Information, Comrade Edison Samuel, Massob said the leadership of the movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, Massob hereby advises the political, traditional, religious, and opinion leaders of Igbo land to demand the release of Nnamdi Kanu from President Muhammadu Buhari during his state visits to Imo and Ebonyi states. Massob to federal government: ensure nothing happens to Nnamdi Kanu if you still want Nigeria as a country. It is imperative that Nnamdi Kanu is being subjected to inhuman torture at the DSS detention cage because of Igbo. He represents the aspiration of Igbo in Nigeria. Massob advised Igbo political leaders to use the occasion of President Muhammadu Buhari's visit to revive the lost confidence and the hope Igbo bestowed on them by telling Buhari that Igbo are not being treated as co-citizens. They must demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu from detention. Massob reiterates that what Igbo wants is Biafra from Nigeria. We can never deviate from this clamor for independence of Biafra Republic. The post-Buhari's visits demand release of Nnamdi Kanu, Massob tells Igbo's leaders. I must say, this is a nice one from them though, because what they have said is the truth. They should kill two birds with one stone. Since Buhari said we are one Nigeria and he has been treating Nigerians equally, that he has never differentiated between an Igbo, or Yoruba or Hausa, then I think this is time for him to prove it. Let him show where his loyalty is. Since he said he is loyal to Nigerians, this is time for him to prove himself. Now it is time for Imo State Governor himself, Hope Uzodinma, to prove to the Igbos that he is not a saboteur. Let him talk to his paymaster Buhari to go and release Nnamdi Kanu. That is, if he wants peace in Imo State. I think that is what they really need to tell him. That way, he will have the fear of the Igbos in heart, and he will do it full by urging the president to do what is right. Telling the president to release Nnamdi Kanu because he has done nothing wrong. All he did was to do what? Advocate for his people. All he did was to try and make his people have a better life than what they are having presently. That is all. He hasn't done anything that deserves him to be languishing in the State Service Department, DSS. This is wrong. Nnamdi Kanu needs to be released. Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igbo are the best thing that has ever happened to the youth so far, because they both are the ones who has made the youth to wake up and sleep. They are the one who has made the youth to realize that we are in a dead country. They are the ones who have made the youth to realize that we are not being treated fairly. They are the ones who have made the youth to wake up from the ancient slumber they have fallen into. Sometimes it seems as if these politicians have used something on our youth. They all are not reasoning well at all. It seems as if the voice of Sunday Igbo and Nnamdi Kanu has made our youth to realize that something is wrong somewhere, and they have woke from their sleep to try to make the people to realize what is going on in the country, that the country is not being treated fairly. While talking to President Muhammadu Buhari is on his visit to the East, they should make the president understand that he is not being fair to the people of the southern part of the country or the eastern part of the country. They should make him understand that he has not been fair to them at all, because he has been being biased in his judgment. He allowed Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igbo to suffer. Why? Who are just ordinary agitators fighting for the rights of the people. They are just secessionists. So I don't understand why they are being punished the way they are. Let the government, or let the DSS, or let the government rather, the President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, let them order the DSS to go after Sheikh Gumi, who has been advocating for banditry, and let them also ask the Sheikh who has been threatening the life of the Christian. Let the DSS go after those two sheikhs, because the both of them do not deserve to be roaming the streets freely. If it were a Christian preacher who preached about the Muslim in that manner and called the Muslims infidel the way the Muslims referred to a Christian, the DSS would have gone after that cleric and arrested the cleric. If it were a Christian who was saying all those things concerning banditry the way Gumi has been doing, if it was a Christian that has been preaching against the peace of this country and advocating for bandits, by now DSS would have gone to arrest that person. But as it seems right now, I don't understand what is happening in this country. Things are in disarray. The country is falling on a daily basis, and the country is going into bankruptcy. Nothing good is coming out of Nigeria. Nigeria is going down the drain on a daily basis, and nothing is being done about it. But instead of our security force to focus their attention on the people who are making this country ungovernable for Buhari, or should I rather say, they should go after the people who are making this country ungovernable for this whole administration. They are going after secessionists who are tired of suffering, who are tired of the Fulani imposing laws on their people, who are tired of all the level of atrocities being committed against their people, and are agitating for freedom, are agitating for peace. So why are the federal government sending security force after those people and leaving the people who are preaching banditry, who are preaching genocide, who are preaching hate speech? Why are they allowing those people to work freely and are going after the innocent agitators? That is the question we are busy asking this sick government to answer. And now they are telling us that Buhari is going to the east. Fine, let him go to the east, see what the outcome is going to be. Maybe the eastern people will have the mind to talk to him, or they will let him roam the east freely and go back to Aso Rock freely without telling him their minds. Let's see what is going to happen. Let's cross our fingers and watch how the whole saga will unfold. You can go to the comment section and share your take on this article. Thanks for listening.